Welcome, my name's Stephen Milner. I'm a landscape photographer from New Zealand and I'm here today in Devonport, Auckland on a beach called Long Neck Beach to photograph Mount Rangitoto that you can just see behind me here. So it's approaching sunset. I've been here before. You will have seen, hopefully you've seen a video that I did a few weeks ago. If you haven't, I'll put it up here somewhere and I encourage you to check that out. I came up here a few weeks ago and to be honest, I left where I live a bit late and I got here bang on sunset, and it was a bit of a rush, and well, I really enjoyed shooting the location, so I felt that I had to come back and photograph it. So today I've arrived earlier and I think I'm in a better position now to take some photos. The tide's currently a high tide, and last time I came it was about halfway up, so I don't know how that's going to go today. Yeah, so we'll just hang around for a bit and just explore the area and see what we come up with. Okay, so I'm here at Ektachrome Head, and what I find really fascinating about this area is the seabed. As you can just see behind me here, the tide's on its way out, and the geology in this area is just so unique. It's kind of like these shells and contours that all kind of follow each other evenly, and I don't know what it is, I just really find that fascinating, and my intention is to do what I did in the last video and try and use those lines to, I guess, as a compositional tool to slingshot the eye through the bottom of the frame into Mount Rangitoto. So I've got my Mamiya 7 with me, and I've already got a roll of Fuji Velvia 50 in there. I've got about 4 shots left. I also brought with me some black and white films of Fuji Acros 100. So the plan is to expose those 4 shots as the sun starts to go down, and then once we get into kind of like the blue hour, I'm going to get the black and white film in the camera and see how that goes. And that's quite exciting because I've not shot black and white film before and I'm interested to see how that goes. It's quite cool just roaming the beach just around here, exploring the rocks. It kind of reminds me of when I was a kid, when my family used to take me to my grand's caravan in Anglesey in Wales, and me and my brother used to spend hours and hours climbing over the rocks, exploring, trying to find crabs, just looking at interesting things. And you know, even though I'm a grown man today, that's never really gone away. The only difference these days is I've got a camera with me and I take photos, so I have to say I'm really enjoying this and I'm going to continue exploring. Hopefully I'm going to find a composition that I like. I've got a few in mind, so we've got about half an hour before sunset. So yeah, we'll continue to have a look around and see where it takes us. So while I'm exploring and reminiscing of my childhood, exploring the rocks of Anglesey in Wales with my brother, I came across this cave. I think it's a cave, or it could just be an old retaining wall where the backside of it is kind of washed out in the water. Nevertheless, I have to wonder, maybe it was used as a smuggler's cave by sailors 100 years ago coming into the port of Auckland here and hiding their rum right here in this cave. As you can see behind me now, the light's starting to come down, and this brings the end to me exploring. It's now time to make some photographs. I just want to kind of say that I think it's really important, especially for me anyway, that when I come out and do these photography trips, that I actually take some time to explore and find new compositions and new areas, and that's part of the reason why I do this, and I can only talk, you know, really highly about doing that with other people. So that being said, it's time now to get into the business and make some photographs. So I'm going to head back over to where I was before and then get my camera out and get set up. So I'll see you over there. So I've just done 2 exposures, and I actually I've got a new lens. I've got an 80mm lens that came the other week, and I've been dying to try it out, and today I've done that. So it's an 80mm, it's about 45mm equivalent on 35mm format, and I've done 2 exposures. The first one was a bit of a mistake because I set off the shutter and didn't actually realise there was a massive tanker just going right in front of Mount Rangitoto, so that's probably a bit of a waste. But then I took the image again, and I also put a polarizer on this time just to take off some of the sheen off some of the rocks below. So we'll see how that goes, and I'm going to move on to another location now and get another photo. I'm going to switch to my 50mm lens and do some wide angle shots. So I've finished my Fuji Velvia 50 now I'm going to put in some black and white film. But before I do that, I just thought I could explain what I just did. I did a 50mm wide angle shot, exposed 2 photos. Both photos were around, oh, excuse the small dog down the beach. So both exposures were around about 28 seconds, and I've also got a polarizer on the front to take out some of the sheen off these rocks, and I've also got a 3-stop medium edge soft red filter. So now I'm just going to quickly change out the film. It's always a bit fiddly, this. I'm always scared of dropping the film. Doing that where there's lots of seawater around would not be fun. So that's it. She's all sealed up. Put her in my pocket and get the new film out. So we've got Fuji Acros. So it's ISO 100 black and white film. Never shot this before, so we shall see how it goes. Can't see the top of my camera. That's it, we're ready to go. Better change the ISO speed on the camera. Change that to 100. I don't mean to put the back of my head towards you, I'm just trying to check my f-stop range. Yep, so we're at f8. Okay. Just quickly meter the scene. So I'll make sure I change the ISO speed on my Sekonic light meter. There we go. That's in. So I'm just going to meter the darkest area in the scene. But I want to retain detail, and that's 15 seconds. Put it in the memory. So we'll get half a second in the highlights. So about 4.5 stops of dynamic range. Not sure if the film's going to do it or not, but I'm going to do it anyway because I don't really know. And you know, you've got to try these things out, right? So it's just an experiment. So I'd average it out. It's giving me 2-second exposure. So I'm going to go through and reevaluate my scene. So +2 EV in the highlights, -2 in the shadows. So I'm going to add 2 stops for the polarizer, and then I'm going to add an extra stop. 1 second. Yeah, an extra stop because my main composition tool is -1 and I want that to be bang on 0. Yeah, so 2 seconds. So 15 seconds. Here we go. Those who dare wins. 15 seconds. First black and white exposure done. Looks good through the viewfinder. Some nice clouds that have just kind of sat in on top of, well, not on top of, but just above Mount Rangitoto. So hopefully black and white, that'll look quite good. What I'm going to do is I'm going to slide in a 3-stop ND filter and try and do a bit more of a long exposure. So I'm just going to meter the scene again. "15 seconds in the darkest areas, 1 second in the highlights, so the dynamic range is coming down. So with my exposure compensation now, I've got a 3-stop ND filter in, I've got a polarizer, so that's 5 stops, and then I've got to increase it an extra stop, so that'd be 6 stops, so it's 1 minute. And off we go. I have to say I'm really enjoying this film photography. It's I definitely feel like my skills are improving and my photography is getting better. Apart from that, I really find it more engaging. You know, the whole process of loading the film, everything's manual, using the light meter, even using this thing and a trusty stopwatch. And then once you've exposed your 10 shots, you wind your film on and pull it out, seal it up and send it off to the lab, and you don't know, there's all that anticipation. Did you do it right? Have you done it wrong? Are your shots going to be amazing? Whoop. I went over there 5 seconds because I was talking too much. Right, so I've just set up and moved again. Light's definitely getting down now. What I've done a bit differently this time is I'm actually focusing a bit more on the sky because there's some quite nice clouds coming in, so I'm just interested to see how that's going to look. There's like a cliff face behind me here and I keep hearing little rocks trickling down behind me. Hopefully a big one's not going to come down. So we've just got a medium edge filter in now. So 30 seconds. Big rocks, 8 seconds. Average. Okay, so we've got a 30-second exposure. And off we go. So working with ISO 100 film's quite nicer because you got a full stop more of dynamic range on your film. Just makes these exposures a bit easy. A little easier anyway. That's it. So I've done 3 exposures. Right. So I'm just going to change my composition slightly. Whoops, I nearly didn't screw my filter holder on then, I nearly let go, that would have been disastrous. Okay, this is the last exposure now and I'm going to call it a day. Right, the foreground's so dark that my meter won't even read it. So what we're going to have to do, we're going to have to meter the highlights and then account for that by... we'll account for that by 4 stops. 8 seconds. That's too high. We'll do 3 stops. That's giving me a minute. So we'll go with that. 1 minute exposure. So the light's really getting quite difficult now. So yeah, this is the last shot for the night, and I hope you've enjoyed my little adventure today. A bit of exploring some new areas and some landscape photography, trying out something new with black and white film. Yeah, so subscribe to my channel if you like what I'm doing, and thank you for tuning in. If you do subscribe to my channel, please hit the notification bell so you get the notifications of when I upload a new video. So I'm just checking my time as we go in here. 10 more seconds. And that's it. So yeah, thank you for tuning in. Please check out my social media sites, that would be awesome. Like my Facebook page, check out my Instagram page, and yeah, can't stress enough, please subscribe to my channel, leave me a comment below, that would be really appreciated. And yeah, I hope you enjoy what I'm doing, film photography. Let's keep it alive, enjoying it, It makes me get out more, and yeah, so thank you, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.